Hey ladies, it's your girl Doretta, and welcome to another episode of Momfluence. Let's forget about the stereotype the world says about us, like we're struggling, we're baby mamas, or we're alone. Well, not over here. At Momfluencer, we're here to inspire you, educate you, and empower you. Yep, while you're going to school, you're working on that job, or even while you're paying those bills. Understand, you have to keep your head up and keep going while you're juggling through life journeys. Let's go. We got this. Mom Influencer. Hi, moms. Welcome to another episode of Momfluence. It's your girl, Doretta. And I know it's been a while, but I had to take a break. There's been life, and life has been lifing. That's right. So today's episode, we're going to do a little twist. Today, I will be interviewed by my daughter, Daylynn. That's right. She will interview me on an episode of Momfluence. So let's welcome Daylynn to the podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Daylynn, her favorite child. So, Mom, I have a few questions for you. Is that okay?
That is fine. Let's chat.
All right. First question I have for you today is what happened between you and my father?
Well, the relationship did not work out. You know, I was thinking that that was supposed to be my husband. In my head, I really did feel like that. But, God knew better. And what I was feeling was more lust than love, and was looking for somebody to love me. And it was not what God wanted for me. And so I am pleased that he's married and married to his soulmate, and my soulmate is out there somewhere. So it wasn't a relationship that was in God's eyes, and so we went our separate paths. And so that's really what happened. We thought that it was supposed to happen, but really it didn't. And I'm grateful for the relationship because I got a beautiful child out of it. But also, I know what's for me is for me, and that's not who God had for me.
He didn't have that plan for you, that certain relationship. So, another question I have for you is were you scared when you found out you were pregnant with me?
I was very scared. I knew when I got pregnant that I was pregnant. And that was in December. After going to my sister's wedding, in my head, I kept saying, I think I'm pregnant. And lo and behold, in January, I went to the doctor. I took the test, and the doctor, the nurse, and the office manager came in, was like, Miss Thomas, you're pregnant. And I was crying like, why are y'all so happy? This is not you. This is me. My daughter is 12 and I'm starting all over again. And I was really scared. I called my cousin thinking that she was going to give me an answer, a solution. And her answer was, guess what? I'm pregnant too. So me and Felicia were both pregnant, and we had children that were older. And so we was like, what were we thinking? But we love our kids. We were just scared, not young and scared, just older and scared and starting over. So, yeah.
That is a crazy coincidence, having kids at the same time with your cousin.
Yes.
Another question I have is, do you think I'm more like you or like my father?
I think you get some of your traits from both of us because you get that trait from me as you're a giving person. And that is like my love language is to give. And I know you're a giver like me. You give your last like I do. You are sometimes funny like sometimes I am. But I think you get the fact that you love math and you're great in math from your dad because I hate math and I'm a social worker and we don't do math. Just as long as we have our money together, we can care less about X plus Y equals Z and whatever other equations come along with it. But I know that is something that you get from him, as well as the fact that you can fix any gadgets. Like I can give you my phone and say, hey, fix this. I don't know what's going on. You can do it. Or fix this computer. What's going on? Make this thing print. And that's something that I know he's in IT, and I know you get that from him. But for me, you definitely didn't get that from me. So you have a little bit of both of us in you.
Do I look like him more or like you?
To me, you look like him, and sometimes I see me, but even a lot of people say, no, she looks like her dad. And as much as I say, oh no, she looks like me, you do look like him. And I know people say all the time, you look like him, you walk like him, you run like him, you laugh like him. And I'm like, gosh, no, she don't. She looks something like me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Another question I have is, do you think not having dad around has affected me?
I can honestly say sometimes I think it affects you in the way you see men, even at the age of 16, because there are sometimes that you want to go to father-daughter dances, and thank God there's a village that we have that has stepped up and been there for you, like your Uncle Leroy, your Uncle Mike, that has been there and, taking you to the fair, taking you to dances and things like that. So I know it does affect you at some point, and, you know, but, God always provides and always have a ram in the bush. Whenever you're feeling like that, there's always been people to step up and say, you know what, and show up for you for your games and things like that to cheer you on. So, you know, it does affect you, but I think as you get older, you'll get over it. Um, and if not, then, we can always talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's never anything that we can't discuss.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How did you hold it together all these years?
Whoa. I am still working on holding it together. Like the glue is still drying. It is. I a lot of prayer, a lot of prayer. Cause there's days that I'm just like I'm tired, I'm worn out, or I've had enough, or how can I keep going? But it was nobody but God. Cause I don't think that I have would have made it 51 years without God. I don't think that I would have a master's degree if it wasn't for God. I don't think I would have a business, a podcast, if it wasn't for God. So that's the only way that I hold it together. And people look at me, and one thing I know for women, they look and say, "Woo, she got it together. She's always smiling, or she's always this." And deep down inside, women, we struggle and we have things going on. It's like, you know what, we got to put on our clothes and put on our best foot forward and do what we need to do because there's people looking at us. And even though we have a lot going on, we have to portray like, girl, you getting ready to rock this. You're getting ready to step into this boardroom meeting and present and do what you need to do because you have to leave that stuff behind. And so sometimes you just have to fake it until you make it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Another question I have. Did you ever feel like giving up?
I have. I have felt like giving up. There's been a couple of times that I was like, I'm over it. Um, there was once, and if people saw my episode, my first episode, they know that when I was in, I won't say grad school, undergrad, one of them, I I was in undergrad, and I just was like, enough is enough. My lights got cut off. Something so simple, and you're like, girl, just borrow the money. No, that was just like, I'm done. My lights got cut off, and I was just got my apartment, and I had a child, and at the time I was like, I'm giving up. I threw in the towel and decided that enough was enough, and I tried to hurt myself. Thank God it didn't work. So I'm here to say, when you feel like enough is enough, or you're tired and you want to give up, that's when you pray, and that's when you talk to somebody and know that people are there to listen and help you get through it. There's been other incidents that I was just, depressed, or just to the point that you're sad because of life or things going on, that you like, I think I should jump. I think I just had enough. But God always reminds you that I have still have work for you to do. And if you end this, then you're going to get to heaven, and he's going to say, why are you here? Because I didn't tell you to come. I didn't send for you yet, because you need to go back and finish, or you should have been finishing what you started, and I had work for you to do. So whenever you feeling like that, and I'm one to tell you, just talk to somebody, because sometimes it's rough, and life is life, but you have to know that you have a village and you have people to talk to.
Hmm. There will always be people who, like, will help you no matter what you're going through, you know?
Yes.
Hmm. Another question I have is, are you happy now or just surviving?
Um, I feel like, God has got me to the point to where I should be happy. And the word happy, like, what do you see as happy? Like, are you happy with things that's going on? I'm about to have a house. I work a job that I've been there for 5 years. I'm happy about those things. And it's not even about materialistic, it's about your situation and what's going on in your life. So there's things that I'm happy about, and things that I feel like I'm surviving, or things that I'm trying to deal with. So to answer your question, I don't feel like I'm always happy.
Hmm.
I'm content. As my therapist would say, I need a feeling word.
Hmm.
So
Or one last question I have for you. Why haven't you dated seriously or married yet? And are you scared?
um I am not scared. The reason why I haven't married is he has not found me yet. And I am definitely looking, but there's things that I need to work on for myself, to make Doretta happy, or make Doretta feel worthy to have that guy in her life. Because there's things that I feel like I'm not worthy to have a mate because of my accident with my leg. And I'm trying to deal with that. Like, my self esteem is not there yet. Um, I don't feel like that person will want me dealing with walking with a cane or walking with a limp. And so I'm actually, more ashamed of how I look, or the way that I see myself, than the fact that afraid of loving. Because I definitely want to love and found and have that person find me. So it's not that I'm afraid, and I think that's why I really haven't dated lately, is because of that. So
It's okay. You know, I always say, like, you're beautiful in, like, every way. You know,
thank you.
like, Every time I see you, I always see like a beautiful woman. You know, my mom.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You okay?
I am. I am.
I love you.
I love you too.
Well, that's all the questions I had.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming in and having questions for me for today for Momfluence. Today has been very interesting, and like I said, we flipped the strip, and so today we had an opportunity for Daylynn to interview me. I want to thank you again for being on the show and coming to talk with me. So that's a wrap for Momfluence for today. Y'all have a great day.
Bye, guys.